941 here, Big 550 KTRS. Hey, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing this weekend? Got nothing to do? I got an idea for you. How about live at the Peabody Opera House? You can just go see it without a show. It's magnificent. But this weekend only, tonight through Sunday, the national tour of I Love Lucy live on stage. It's its St. Louis premiere. Thea Brooks plays Lucy. Thea, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
And Urimas Losada plays Ricky. How's that?
Very good.
I nailed that. Yes, Babalu. Yes. All right. Is this your first time in St. Louis?
No, I came here in college. I auditioned for the Muni for the summer stock
Did you get
production.
the part?
I didn't get the part.
Oh, you got gypped. They got gypped. How about you? Urimas, this your first time?
This is my first time, yeah.
So it's your first time at the Peabody, too?
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful venue.
I can't wait.
It's a really, really special deal. Tell us about the I Love Lucy. We all know I Love Lucy from the Black and Whites, from being world famous. What can we expect from the show?
It's like you're coming into the filming of these two episodes. Like we're filming two episodes in front of you. We recreate the jingles of the era. There's the Brill Cream Halo shampoo. There's Palmol. There's all these fun little jingles of the time.
Yeah.
And then we film the episodes in front of the audience. The audience that comes in is the studio audience at Desi-Lou Playhouse.
Because I Love Lucy was the first time ever that was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah, with multi-cameras and stuff like that. That was the first time. That set up that formula that's still used to this day.
Yeah, wow, that's a pretty special deal.
Yeah, they were real pioneers in engineering new forms of broadcasting.
Yeah, and it was Lucy and Desi, right? Because nobody wanted to put them on TV, right? It was their production company.
Yeah. They owned it. They bought CBS out eventually, I think, and owned the show outright.
Desi-Lou, I believe, Productions.
After the second season.
Yeah. Do we hear Ricky laugh off stage? Because that was the best part of the show.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
No one's ever asked us that.
Yeah. We do hear his laugh during the show.
Okay.
We do hear his
But during the show, you would hear Ricky once in a while laugh off stage because he was so whatever they were doing was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love when even when he laughs on camera, it's like it's really genuine because she cracks him up.
Yeah.
And then he kind of has to contain it if it's not the right moment.
How hard is it to play such an iconic actress as Lucille Ball?
I try not to think about that.
We would never sleep at night.
No, I mean, if I was worried about that, it would really get in the way of my show. So I just do what I can to kind of channel her essence, and I'll try to watch. Usually my routine before every show is I'll watch an episode just to kind of get in the right mind space for it.
Right.
But yeah, there's no recreating what Lucille Ball did. The Lucy Ricardo character is one in a million, and I can just pay as much tribute to it as I can by doing what I know how to do.
This is more of like a Valentine to their episode, to the work that they did. We recreated as with our sense of truth and our sense of reality, giving homage to these amazing characters. But really, there's no way to tap that.
I'm so glad you guys are doing this because I don't think people appreciate how advanced I Love Lucy really was at the time. I mean, you had a Cuban and an American, a redhead, a woman and a man.
Yeah.
The first time they ever showed a man and a woman in the same room together in bed, right? They had to have separate beds, but they were living together.
And when they pushed the beds together because they were trying to have it was like, oh my gosh, that's risky.
Pretty extraordinary stuff. What about Ricky? What'd you do to channel Ricky?
Well, I was born in Cuba. But I was raised in the States, and I grew up watching him. My mother used to love watching the episodes, and I was like, my father was the one that told me, he was the first famous Cuban in the U.S., and I was like, yeah, he kind of looks like me. Yeah, I could see that, but I never thought that I'd be playing him. And to prepare to play him was watching him ad nauseum, watching all his mannerisms, his gestures, but still bringing it like I said, a sense of truth and honesty, so that he's like a full person, not a caricature.
I would say it's like a Venn diagram. There are the points in which you overlap with the character, and that's what you really try to focus on.
I Love Lucy live on stage this weekend only at the Peabody Opera House. Tickets, Ticketmaster.com. What are the two episodes you guys film? They're
called The Benefit and Lucy Has Her Eyes Examined.
Okay, but so these aren't recreated episodes.
They are
actually.
Yeah.
They were real episodes.
One aired in 1952 and the other one 1953.
Okay,
we're filming them
At
back
the same
to back.
time,
Right,
yeah.
right. But I mean, okay, so they're not the Vita Vita Vegemin famous ones.
No.
These are done, but they're not very well
Yeah, the
known.
producers were working with a certain set of constraints because it is a theatrical production that needs to be touring, needs to be able to pick up and move from place
Yeah.
to place.
Right.
They wanted to work with episodes that had musical numbers in them, episodes that featured Fred and Ethel
Right. They
They
equally.
featured all 4 of them
Yeah.
equally.
Oddly enough, I went back because of the beauty of Netflix or Hulu. I went back and looked at a couple of I Love Lucy episodes not too long ago. There are remnants of Seinfeld in them.
Yeah, well, the
Well-
formula that they set up is so brilliant that it's still relevant to this day. And it was, 70 years later? It's
Yeah.
still relevant.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah, there's a
you know?
reason that it's still on the air. I mean, it is
Yeah.
timeless material for sure.
Yeah, but the crazy antics of Lucille Ball and the nutty things she gets involved in and how it all sort of intertwines back
yeah.
and forth. And
Yeah.
it's really...
Well, it reminds me
brilliant.
of
It's
Friends too, or Frasier, any of those awesome '90s
Yeah,
sitcoms.
Friends, Frasier, Will and Grace, the Golden Girls, like these are they set up these like archetypes that the formula has been replicated. over
What
and
about the
over
young people who come and see I Love Lucy for the first time on the show? That must be...
It's cool, yeah. We actually have a lot of young fans, which we
like
weren't
young
expecting.
hardcore fans
Yeah.
that come dressed up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Teenagers.
how do you even know what the show is?
Yeah,
You know.
unreal, and little kids too.
Yeah,
I mean, they
little-
just I don't know
little
how they
girls.
discover it, but it's something that they're
Yeah.
watching on TV Land or Nickelodeon, and they come with their parents and they're so excited.
Yeah.
and also we have generations, grandparents coming with grandkids. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, all right, good. National tour of I Love Lucy this weekend at the Peabody. Tickets, Ticketmaster.com, 1-800-745-3000. Thea Brooks, shame on the Muni for turning you down. What was the show? Do you remember what the show was?
Oh, I think it was for the whole season. Yeah, but they gave me a call back, and it just didn't go any
Well,
further
if you
than
need
that.
any help, we'll talk to Mike Isaacson now. We'll get you on the Muni whenever you need it. Urimis Lasada,
Yeah.
born and raised in Cuba, now plays Ricky this weekend at the Peabody. I Love Lucy live on stage. Guys, thanks for coming in. Good luck.
Thank you for
you.
having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Make sure you see the Arch, and make sure they take you to Ted Drew's.
Ted
Ted
Drews.
Drews?
Okay.
Ted Drew's frozen custard.
Oh,
Yes. All right.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. All right, 9:49, Big 550, KT.